can attest to it. Communication can be the difference between some games here, and certainly on Demolition here. As we're kicking it off, Demolition Invasion, let's get into the game. Top team, and I think we should roll with Kryptonite. I got a good feeling about him.
Yeah, let's take a look. Looks like we have Next Threat starting off on offense here, so let's see if my theory is true. I would kind of push towards B a couple times, give it a couple pushes, and right off the break, that's what they're doing. It's a smart play in my opinion. See if you can get that bomb plant, and if you can't get it at B right away, that's when you push it.
I love Next Threat because they're aggressive. They push at all times. The way you beat Next Threat is that you shut them down, and then you just kind of get them a little bit too antsy, where their strong pushes are ineffective, because what Next Threat is always trying to do is fluster you, move quick, and throw you off your game. They always want to keep you guessing. I think they're, out of the top 8 teams we've seen in this playoff so far, one of the best teams as far as not being able to get a solid game plan against these guys who just don't know what to expect from them. And at any given moment, any of these players can come up big. As you saw last time we had broadcast, Impulse was just huge. Now Nightmare's stepping it up, and these guys will fluster you. Impulse is just setting up on Tank. This is a great place to be set up right now as he takes out Kalani, where with a nice headshot with that from Moss. Him to be pushed up this way is going to be great for his team to follow up and get a B plant. And like you said, Hastr0, if they get this B plant off early, that is smooth sailing as far as getting A. I can't even begin to stress to you guys how much easier it is to get B first and then go get A, because when B is solo, it makes it a very difficult challenge where you have to take on waves and waves to spawn players in order to set up. As we see Nightmare coming up big, takes out Impulse. Vengeance follows up with a shot on Kalani, and a nice jump shot out there. Jigga is coming alive as he takes out Vengeance. Player Cam switching over to Rush, and he follows up on Jigga, but that got to give props. I think we might see Jigga's got a heartbeat again. He might be back right now, and it looks like now they're switching over to try to get a plan on A. Hastr0. The B push didn't work, and they might be settling for a time extension on A.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I kind of called off the break. That's what I wanted them to see. Impulse had a great start to the game, started off 4-0. His teammates just couldn't back him up there. He was holding it down for a little while, and at the same time, they're moving over to A, and Rush is transitioning well to A right now too. So we have a minute left on the clock. Rush is kind of doing some work over here at A, and they might make it really tough on Next Threat to plant this bomb at A. And at the moment, looks like Rush is cleaning up the kills. Kalani, Nightmare comes up with 2 big kills, one on Ryu, one on Vengeance. Kryptonite is kind of the last one left, and he's really going to have to lock this down today. And it looks like he's trying to get a plan on. Yeah, he got cleaned up.
That's the problem, dude. When you get, they might have got a little too over aggressive with the B push, and it didn't allow them enough time to get on A here, as they're not able to set up. But it looks like Impulse is getting a plan off, but gets taken out by Kalani. Kryptonite trying to get some shots off, throws a weak Semtex bounce shorter than he wanted. Neither one of those were effective. Vengeance takes out a couple guys, Jigga included, and it looks like that's gonna buy enough time. That was close. That's not something you want to happen early on, is lose a round of invasion because you were not able to get A or B off. There is no excuse for at least getting one bomb site off. Guys, we're in the losers final. These are amongst the top 4 teams just kicking it off right now on the PlayStation 3 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit. First ever, and everybody is just trying to get their name out and prove their worth, and they are certainly doing a good job tonight as Kalani takes out Ryu. Kryptonite just hanging out, getting that defense on bomb site A. See someone swing around the left, plays it smart, but gets taken out, and his Nightmare has been hot. Somebody's got to get the hose out on this dude because he has just been slaying cats all night long.
Oh, looks like Ryu. Oh, they got the defuse off. See? You know, I really didn't like that play by Vengeance right there. Vengeance tried to make a move over towards B. He left A bomb site. Rush was able to get a defuse there. It's really a matter of staying there and making sure that bomb goes off. He didn't do that. And unfortunately for Next Threat, they weren't able to get that bomb down.
So I think we should switch sides. You got to give Rush props. All of a sudden, dude, they were able to hold off Next Threat, who was just coming in huge on B. They set up early on B. Looked like they were going to be able to hold Tank down and get those spawn kills to set up a B. That wasn't the case. Rush came in, got some good kills, were able to get him off the B swarm. Then after all of this B pushing, they were not able to allocate enough time to get the A plan off, and with a clutch defuse, all of a sudden you see Rush take a very easy round win here on Demolition Invasion, and now Next Threat is going to have to come up in the clutch on defense to try to put this thing in overtime. They have no choice. after what they did. They just dropped the ball there real big on the first side of Demolition.
Yeah, and like I said, it really did come down to Vengeance making a push for B, and Rush was definitely prepared for it. They had somebody right on the B bomb site, making sure that nothing sneaky came over there, and at the same time, they were doing great work over at A. Kind of unfortunate, but Vengeance is coming in right now with a big kill count in the game. He's 11-8, and he's looking pretty good. So they're on the defensive side now. Let's see what they can do.
Let's switch it over to Team Rush and kick on our listen in and see what Kalani and Nightmare are talking about, because whatever they're saying is
talking.
Some great plays.
Yeah, tell Jig I can't hear him. Pick up Nightmare. Make court. Yo, you're right there. I thought you killed him. What's up? I got him. Let's shoot us. Let's go. Pushing up river, I'm pushing up. Let's court. Got him. I'm planning. Alright. Hey, Connie. Come on. Let's go. Alright, one on C, there's 5 people on one floor. No, flanking. Yo, you guys hear me? Flanking, yeah. 2 people. Flanking. Can't hear Jig at all. Walk over. Yo, he's on bomb. Walk bomb. He's walk over too. Red. No, don't know, bigger. Yeah, I can. River. Alright, River, there's a guy behind. Yeah, there's one ice cream. Yo, I'm about to lose my voice. I'm on him. Yo, oh, he got me. Why not? Yeah, River. Yo, he jumped right in front of me. Let's go. That's 2. I think there's a guy behind the car. He's behind the car. The guy on flank is behind the car. They're spawning ice cream. Behind tank and behind car, and they're spawning ice cream. I got him behind the car. Yo, get a distraction. Jacob, they're on you. Yo, it's gay. I can't hear Jacob. Yo, Cage, behind the car. D-tank. Oh, I need to do stupid shit. Come on, whatever, yo. Come on. Yo, we got 3 minutes, 1 bomb. One mid-court. Mid-court and 1 at tank, and that was it. 2 mid-court. No, DVD. There's 1 mid-court. Yep, he almost gets turned on. Yo, mid-court. Alright, mid-court, there's one up on my blue, and there's 2 B. Agent card. Let's go, come on. What did you make court? God, yo. Get the kid behind the stairs, yo. Cage and D-Car and other guys go river. I need help, yo. I'm behind tank. Oh, one. Stay behind car and watch the flank. Ice cream, he's in ice cream behind car. Yo, it's fucking gay. I can't hear Jigga talking. Yo, come on, yo. Yo, come on. Come on, and the last one B. Yo, down, behind the car cage, and it's down riverside. There's another one up.
Hastr0, they've been making moves so far. It's minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. Rippin's moving around side trying to get a B plan. I like the way he's going. He's doing a huge flank. It is time consuming, but often effective. He's got Nightmare, his wingman. Go in there, but he gets taken out. Leaves his 2 stranded. Rippin taking shots.
Ice cream behind car.
Takes out Impulse. 51 seconds on the clock. He's got to make moves. Nice shot by the car. Take out Ryu, but Kryptonite follows up with a beautiful ACR shot. And now time is pressing as Jigga's moving in. We've got a big player that's coming out. Kalani and Nightmare consistent with play. We finally see Jigga's come back alive a little bit. Still in the negative, but slowly coming back from the grave here. And he might be able to make a push here, setting up by the tank. Gets stun hit markers on somebody. Doesn't follow up with Semtex and gets taken out by Ryu. 21 seconds on the clock, guys. They got to make moves. Next threat does a wonderful job to take out 3, and that's exactly what you want to do with all the respawn time. Jig is not there to do it, and now these guys for Team Rush just responding. They're not going to get it, and Hastr0, we are going into a 1-1 overtime. What's going to be the difference maker right now, my man?
Right now, the difference maker is Impulse, and he seemed to pick himself up just like I said he needed to do, and he came up big right there. He's posting the highest KD ratio in the game right now at 22 and 13. He did a lot right there on defense, and he came up really big in the end right there. Had a beautiful drop shot to pick up a double kill. Doing pretty well. Now they're on the offensive side. Oh, excuse me, they have the defensive side again now, so they're going to be in a great position to win this round, and most of that is due to Impulse's KD ratio, because of course the team that has the highest KD ratio in the game collectively is going to have the defensive side, and that's the side you want to be on this map.
There you have it. So right now we see Kalani moving up. Jigga tried to get up there early on, throwing a smoke grenade, but he was taken out, yes, by a stun grenade. No, I promise you, I'm not mistaken. It was another stun grenade kill here. We've seen 2 of them tonight, so not really sure what's going on with these guys in the stun kills. Jigga pulls out the M93, gets some shots on Kryptonite. Nice kill. Wasn't able to sweep up and kill Ryu, as Ryu was able to get a nice headshot on Jigga. Switching the player camera over to Kalani. These guys are moving like bees in the swarm here, and they're trying to set up on B, maybe get some spawn kill over here in the middle. And Kalani just taking it slow, gets hit markers but doesn't get a kill. His Vengeance takes out Nightmare, so he says scratch that, not going that way, going to continue to set up. Let's switch our camera over to Jigga because he is on bomb site B right now. He gets a nice drop shot on Kryptonite, gets hit markers, gets taken out by Impulse takes out Jigga. Impulse takes out Nightmare, and quickly Impulse comes up huge for his team, taking out 3 guys, and now Impulse is back. I don't know if he heard what we were saying about him, but he is just flowing right now. 27-15, and now his cup is full of win right now as Jigga tries to get a plan off, but again, Impulse follows up with an ACR shot. Stro, he's coming up huge, my man.
Yeah, Impulse just picked up a great triple kill right there, and he's just moving through the map like a knife through butter, man. Like, it's great. It's good to see him back in the game, and he's doing a lot for his team right now, clearing out that B side.
Jigga's getting a plan off. You guys were watching Next Threat on the other side. We were just telling you a little bit about what was going on for Team Rush, giving you a little bit of a dual video / commentary of both teams, but now we've switched it back because we are on Team Rush, the bottom team, blue team, and Jigga is just causing havoc, running around in the back doors, just fulfilling all of his ADHD needs. You know, I completely embrace this, as it looks like they're going to get A off, and now he is setting up to be what we call at MLG a sneaky beaver, and he's going to hang out, and then when the time is right with his Marathon Lightweight, take out B, doesn't get a shot, instead lets him walk by. I like the play call there. It was smart, but in the end, I guess it wasn't, as Impulse takes out Jigga. He turns around to realize he sees him right there, and it's a flurry right now. Frantic rush here in overtime, Hastr0, as they're able to get the bomb site A extension.
Yeah, and you got a couple guys over here for Next Threat at B. Kryptonite sitting over at the chicken coop at the cage, and looks like everybody's kind of trying to lock that B side down. Impulse just gets cleaned up in the middle of the map. So does Vengeance coming out of the alley. Ryu and Kryptonite are going to be stuck here at B, sitting in the corners. You're going to see a furious rush right here. Looks like Kalani picked up the kill on Ryu. Impulse is about the last one left over there. This is going to be a really unfortunate time right here for Next Threat. They're going to have to get a good nade here. Vengeance threw one, but didn't hit it.
Oh, Jigga got it, man. Jigga got it off there. Again, he has just been a sneaky beaver. Not going to knock the KDB in 2026 because he's been instrumental in causing havoc behind the enemy lines with Marathon Lightweight. I'm digging it. He is the leader for Team Rush. It is his responsibility to step up in that role, be a selfless player. And when you're listening to him on the communication lines, he's always keeping his team orchestrated and in line and on the same page. Kalani takes out Vengeance. Kryptonite Impulse with the 3-piece, and that is going to be exactly what Team Rush needed. They are going to be able to hold this off. 10 seconds on the bomb. Jigga staying on top of it. Not going to be enough time to defuse it, so you can lock it in the books, guys. Consider it done. All of a sudden, Team Rush has now got a great match and won Game 3 here, Demolition Invasion. So now they have taken the series lead, Hastr0, 2-1 there, man. Woo.
Yeah,
who was that came up big? Kalani there?
That was Kalani. It came up with a great 3-piece to defend the bomb plant there. He did it really fast, too. So that was a great test of reflexes for him. He came through in the end, did a really good job. Amazing.
Trade piece like it was nothing, man. That is pro status, dude. That's when the men get separated from the boys in Call of Duty. So let's whip up that scoreboard right now and see who the key players were. Obviously, we were just talking about the hot shot for Team Rush. Kalani going 28 and 24. he was the only guy that went positive for Team Rush. But I do got to get hats off to Jigga, because Jigga was able to turn it around there, and he really was the guy that was selfless in that role as their objective player, with Marathon Lightweight rocking the up FMJ, going behind enemy lines. It was ultimately the guy that got that B plan off, so props to him. As far as looking at next threat, we did have some heavy slaying done by Impulse and Vengeance, but that was not enough to get them the win on Game 3, as Kryptonite and Ryu, as the objective players, were not able to get the job going, really. And early on there, Hastr0, we saw round 1, they went B aggressive, looked to set up nice, next threat was, but they were not able to get that time extension on A, and they really never came back after that.
Yeah, and that was just unfortunate for them. I like I said, it really came down to Vengeance making that move for B. I didn't agree with it. If you get that A bomb down, and your team is kind of struggling, and they'd already made a couple pushes towards B, you really need to stay by the A bomb site and make sure that it goes off before you even make the B push. You get plenty of extra time after it goes off. I just didn't agree with him trying to make that B push at all. So that kind of seemed like it was their downfall in the end.
Yeah, sometimes in the heat of moment, you can kind of lose track of the clock, and sometimes that happens, and you never know. Those are the plays that can make or break this game. I mean, something just not getting that A time extension really changed the outcome of Game 3 here. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break. We see Team Rush right now leading the series 2-1. We're coming back to Game 4 to see if Next Threat's going to be able to bounce back. We're going to be kicking it off with Capture the Flag on Scrapyard after this quick commercial break.